Hey everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode. I'm your host, Ali Midawi, and today we need to talk about someone who has been following you. Yeah, you. They know where you drive. They know what you search for. They know what you buy. They may recognize your face, your license plates, and even your voice. And no, I am not talking about your mother. Although, let's be honest, she probably knows all of those things too. I am talking about technology. See, the cameras on our roads right now, the applications on our phones right now, the artificial intelligence inside our email accounts, the data brokers quietly collecting information about our lives, and the scammers using artificial intelligence to imitate people we love. Welcome to the modern world where your phone recognizes your face, your car reports where it is, your email finishes your sentences, and your refrigerator might know you're out of milk before your children do. Technology is everywhere. And I want to make my position clear from the beginning of this episode. I'm not anti-technology. I use it more than I breathe. I work with artificial intelligence. I believe technology can help entrepreneurs compete, help doctors reach patients, help police solve crimes, help business become more efficient, and help ordinary people accomplish things that once required enormous amount of money and manpower. Technology can improve our lives, but innovation without transparency does not automatically create freedom. Sometimes it simply creates more power. And the question we should be asking is not only what can this technology do? We also need to ask who controls it, who accesses this technology, how long is the information stored, what happens when it gets something wrong, and perhaps most importantly, can the people using it be held accountable? Tonight, we are following the digital trail, from license plate cameras to Gmail settings, voice cloning scams, robots, and the growing possibility that privacy itself is becoming a luxury product. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, this episode is called Who's Watching You? Let's get into it. Segment 1, your car is being followed. Let's begin with something most people see every day, but may not recognize: automated license plate readers. These are cameras that can be mounted on police vehicles, traffic infrastructure, mobile trailers, or stationary poles. When a vehicle passes, the system can capture its license plate, location, date, time, and an image of the vehicle. That information then becomes searchable. Now, there's obvious public safety argument of this technology. If a child has been abducted and police have a description of the vehicle, license plate readers may help locate that vehicle. If someone steals your car, this technology may help police find it. If officers are searching for a dangerous suspect, it can provide valuable information much faster than one officer sitting on the side of the road, drinking coffee and waiting for the exact vehicle to drive by. Although, and to be fair, that officer that was drinking that cup of coffee is doing an excellent police work. The benefit is real, but so are the questions, because these cameras do not only photograph suspected criminals, they photograph vehicles passing through their field of view. Your car, my car, your neighbor's car, the vehicle belonging to someone going to work, attending church, visiting a doctor, participating in a political meeting, one simply driving home. Most of those people are not suspected of committing any crime. The camera does not know whether you are innocent or guilty. The camera just knows that you drove past it at 2:37 on a Tuesday afternoon. One picture may not reveal very much, but a network of camera collecting information across multiple locations can potentially reveal patterns. Where a vehicle travels, how frequently it appeared in that particular area, what locations it regularly visits. And this is where the public safety conversation becomes a privacy conversation. One major license plate camera provider says its default retention period is 30 days, and the information automatically deletes afterwards. The company who says customers control access and local policies may affect how information is stored or shared. 30 days may sound brief, but think about how much of your life happens in 30 days. Work, school, church, doctor's visits, family visits, political events, business meetings, maybe even that one trip to the fast food restaurant you promised your trainer you were not going to make. That's for me. I think they plugged that for me. 30 days can create a surprisingly detailed picture of a person's routine. So the question is not simply whether license plate readers should exist. The question is whether clear rules exist around them. Who may perform a search? Does the person need an investigative reason? Is every search recorded? Is there an independent audit? Can information be shared with another department, another state, or another agency? What happens when an officer searches for a former partner, a political opponent, a journalist, or someone they're just personally interested in? What happens when a plate is misread? And what resources does an innocent person have when a system incorrectly identifies their vehicle? This is not an argument against public safety. My sister is a police officer. My dad is a former police officer. It is an argument that public safety and civil liberties must be designed together. Police should have the tools necessary to protect communities, but the public should also have rules protecting innocent people from abuse. We need written policies. We need limited retention. We need access logs. We need meaningful audits. We need consequences of misuse. And we need elected officials who understand the technology before voting or purchasing it. Because the salesperson said it was secure is not a cybersecurity policy. It is how your uncle ended up buying a timeshare. We should not have to choose between safe streets and constitutional rights. A well-designed system should protect both. Segment 2. When public safety becomes mass surveillance. Here's where this debate becomes complicated. One side says, these cameras are positioned in public places. Your license plate is visible to everyone. Therefore, there is no privacy issue. The other side says, one person seeing your vehicle is not the same as a searchable network documenting your movements. And that distinction matters. If I see you at the grocery store, I know you were at the grocery store. If hundreds of connected cameras record your vehicle over time, a system may be able to construct parts of your routine. Those are not exactly the same thing. It is the difference between someone noticing that you went for a walk and someone following you with a clipboard. One is an observation. The other begins to look like tracking. It's a little bit sketchy. The companies operating these systems emphasize that they are designed for specific public safety cases, not for monitoring innocent people. Privacy advocates, meanwhile, warn about mission creep, the possibility that a tool introduced for serious crimes gradually becomes available for less serious or unrelated purposes. And history teaches us something important. Government programs rarely become smaller because someone says, you know what? We have enough information for now. Technology normally expands. Database becomes connected. New agencies request access. The definition of an authorized purpose grows, and a system purchased for one emergency can eventually become part of everyday government operations. That does not mean anyone or everyone is operating the technology has bad intentions. Most police officers, public officials, and technology workers are trying to do their job responsibly. But good intentions are not permanent safeguards. Policies are safeguards. Oversight is a safeguard. Transparency is a safeguard. The public should be able to ask its local government, how many cameras are operating? Where are they generally deployed? What information is being collected? How long is it retained? Which agencies can access my videos and photos, or my children's for that matter? How many searches are conducted? How many searches produce meaningful investigative results? How many incorrect alerts have occurred? And how is abuse detected? These are not anti-police questions. Remember, my sister and my dad are in the police force. These are pro-accountability questions. If a technology is effective and responsibly governed, public reporting can build trust. If officials refuse to discuss how it works, that should concern everyone, regardless of political party. Privacy is not Republican. Privacy is not Democrat. Privacy is something both parties suddenly discover whenever the other party controls the database. And that may be the most bipartisan statement I make all night. Segment 3, your email. Well, it has an AI assistant. Let's move from the road to your inbox. Email services now include intelligent features that can recognize messages, suggest replies, complete sentences, summarize conversations, and integrate information with other products. And many of these features are genuinely useful. Smart Compose has probably prevented millions of people from sending emails that end up with best retards. You mean best regards, right? Autocorrect has done it to me. I genuinely mean that. That was a true story. I'm actually shocked that we're including that in the script. But here's the truth. AI-powered tools can help users find information faster, manage overload inboxes, draft responses, and identify information messages. For entrepreneurs and busy families, those features can save real time, but convenience should be an informed choice. Google provides controls for smart features in Gmail, Chat, Meet, Workplace, and certain other Google products. Users can review these settings and decide whether they want particular smart features enabled. That does not mean Gmail is secretly publishing your family conversations on a billboard. It does mean users should understand which feature they have activated and what those features need to process in order to work. If a tool summarizes your email, it must analyze the content necessary to produce that summary. If a tool suggests a response, it must examine the context of the conversation. That may be an acceptable exchange for you, but it should be an exchange you understand. This is the broader problem with digital content. Most of us technically agree to the privacy policies. We just scroll and click I accept. We don't even read it. But click and accept does not necessarily mean we understood anything. Nobody sits down on a Friday night, pours a glass of wine and says, Ali, cancel the movie. Google, update section 14, subsection C. These agreements are long, complicated, and frequently written for legal protection rather than human understanding. That needs to change. Companies should explain privacy choices in plain language. What information does the feature examine? Why does it need that information? Is the information stored? Is it used to improve a model? Is it available to human reviewers? Can the user turn the feature off? What functionality will be lost if they do turn it off? These answers should not require a law degree, a computer science degree, and an archaeological excavation through 14 setting menus. My advice is simple. Open the settings for the email services and applications you regularly use. Look for privacy, personalization, smart features, connected applications, location history, advertising preferences, and third-party access. Do not automatically disable everything. Review it, understand it, make an intentional decision. Look, or do what my wife and I do. Copy the whole thing, put it on your ChatGPT and ask it to simplify it for you. Technology should work for you. You should not unknowingly work for the technology by providing unlimited information in exchange for a button that finishes your sentence.
Still marketing your business like it's the Yellow Pages era? Welcome to ME Studios, where local solopreneurs and small business owners catch up with the digital world and take over it. We help you go from invisible to undeniable. Featured on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Plus, gain press exposure in over 100 to 300 major media outlets like Fox, ABC, CBS, NBC, and the CW. Right here in Eatontown, New Jersey, just steps away from the soon-to-be Netflix studios, our multi-unit facility is built for creators, entrepreneurs, and visionaries. Stop marketing like it's 1995. Start building your digital authority today with a team that gets it.
Segment 4. The news scam sounds like someone you love. We need to talk about one of the most disrupting uses of artificial intelligence: voice cloning. So for years, family have received emergency scam calls. Someone claims that your child or grandchild has been arrested, injured, kidnapped, or stranded. The caller creates a panic and demands immediate payment. Maybe they ask for a wire transfer, maybe cryptocurrency, maybe gift cards. Because apparently, according to scammers, the American criminal justice system runs entirely on Apple gift cards. Your grandson is in jail. Oh my goodness. What is his bail? $400 in Roblox credit. That should be your very first clue. But artificial intelligence makes these scams more convincing. See, according to the Federal Trade Commission, a scammer may use a short audio clip posted online to generate a clone version of someone's voice. Think about how much audio people publish every day. Think about how much audio I have. I got thousands of videos all over. You should check them out. Emmy Studios. Shameless plug. YouTube videos, TikToks, Instagram stories, podcasts, voicemail, live stream, family videos. And for someone like me, well, there may be enough public audio to clone my voice, my laugh, my poses, and probably the exact way I mispronounce a word and then confidently keep going. See what I did there? Yeah, I know. I get the comments. I see them. So now imagine receiving a call late at night. You hear what sounds like your child crying. The voice says there has been an incident. Someone is injured. They need money immediately. You are told not to contact anyone. You are told not to call the police. You are told that every second matters. The scammer's greatest weapon is not artificial intelligence. It's panic. Artificial intelligence simply makes the panic more believable. So every family should establish an emergency verification plan. Create a family code word. Choose something that is easily remembered for your family to remember, but difficult for the outsiders to guess. Do not use a pet's name if your pet is all over social media. Do not use your child's birthday. Do not use password as the password. And please don't use 1, 2, 3, 4. That is not a security code. That is an invitation. If you receive an emergency call, slow down. Ask a question only the real person would actually know. End the call and contact them through a phone number you already trust. Call another family member. If the caller claims to represent a police department, a hospital, lawyer, bank, or government agency, locate the organization official number independently and call it directly. Never rely exclusively on the number the caller provides. And be suspicious of anyone demanding immediate payment through gift cards, cryptocurrency, cash, couriers, or unusual payment applications. A legitimate emergency may be urgent, but legitimate professionals, well, they will not object to reasonable verification. Tell your parents, tell your grandparents, tell your children, tell your employees, because scammers often target the most compassionate person in a family. They are not looking for stupidity. They are exploiting love. And protecting the people we love now requires preparing them before that frightening call ever arrives. Segment 5. The robots are here, and they have better balance than I do. A new humanoid robot recently went viral online because of how realistically and smoothly it moved. And every time one of these videos appears, the internet divides into 3 groups. Group number 1 says, "This is incredible. The future is here." Group number 2 says, "This is terrifying. Turn it off immediately." And group number 3 asks, "Can it fold the laundry?" That is the only group asking the correct questions, by the way. No, that's not my wife who asked that question. Humanoid robots may eventually work in manufacturing, in warehouses, and healthcare facilities, dangerous environments, disaster zones, and homes. They could perform jobs that are repetitive, physically demanding, and unsafe for human beings. That could reduce injuries and increase productivity. But the appearance of intelligence can cause us to overlook the system controlling the machines. A humanoid robot is not simply a mechanical body. It may include cameras, microphones, location systems, network connections, sensors, and artificial intelligence. So when we invite robots into workplaces, hospitals, schools, stores, or homes, we must ask the same privacy questions. What can the robot see? What can it hear? Is it recording continuously? Where does the information go? Is processing performed on the device or is it sent to a remote server? Can the manufacturer access the recording? How long is the information retained? Can hackers take control? Will the owner receive security updates? And what happens when the company stops supporting the product? Because buying a connected robot should not mean that 3 years later, you own a 6-foot tall security vulnerability standing in your kitchen. Ali, why is the robot staring at us? I don't know. The company went bankrupt and now it only communicates with a server in Moldova. Technology moves faster than policy. That is not always a bad thing. Innovation should not require permission from 15 government committees before someone can test the idea. But when a technology collects personal information, interacts with children, enters private homes, and makes decisions affecting people, basic safeguards should exist before mass production. So I welcome the future. I just want the future to arrive with a privacy policy written for humans and preferably a turn-off switch. Segment 6. Privacy is becoming a luxury product. So there was a time when privacy mostly meant closing your curtains. Now, privacy requires settings, subscriptions, encrypted services, password managers, authentication applications, security updates, and understanding of which household appliances has connected itself to the internet. The wealthy can hire cybersecurity professionals. Large companies can employ legal teams. Government agencies can purchase specialized protection, but the everyday family is expected to figure everything out alone. A mother working 2 jobs should not need to become a cybersecurity analyst to protect her children's information. A senior citizen should not need to recognize an AI-generated voice. A small business owner should not need an information security department to determine whether an invoice is authentic. And a child should not sacrifice a lifetime of personal information simply to play a game or complete a homework assignment. Privacy should not become a premium feature. We cannot create a system where companies collect as much information as possible and then charge the consumer to reduce the collection. That's like someone filling your house up with mosquitoes and then selling you the upgraded fly swatter package. Privacy protection should be built into products by default. Companies should collect only what they genuinely need. They should retain it only as long as necessary. They should secure it. They should disclose breaches promptly. They should make deletion requests understandable, and they should face consequences when they recklessly expose people's information. At the same time, we must accept some personal responsibility. I'll be honest. Use strong, unique passwords. Enable multi-factor authentication. Install software updates. Review application permissions. Do not click mysterious links simply because the message says urgent. Everything on the internet is urgent. Urgent, your package is delayed. Urgent, your bank account is locked. Urgent, you have been selected for a special offer. You know how many times I got urgent, reset your password, somebody's trying to access it, and I realized that wasn't real? If everything is urgent, nothing is urgent, except perhaps the fact that someone is trying to steal your money. Segment 7, the ME Solution Desk. All right, let me finish with some practical steps that you can take today. Number 1, create a family emergency code word. Make sure your spouse, your children, parents, and grandparents know it. Number 2, enable multi-factor authentication on your email, banking, social media, cloud storage, and business accounts. An authentication application or security key generally offers stronger protection than relying on only your text message. Number 3, use different passwords for important accounts. If a company is breached, you do not want the same password unlocking your email, bank account, Facebook page, and Netflix profile to be the same. Although whoever steals my Netflix account will be very confused by the combination of documentaries, children's cartoons, and Moroccan cooking videos that we watch. Number 4, review privacy and smart feature settings. Look at Gmail, social media accounts, connected devices, location services, photo permissions, microphones, cameras, and third-party applications. Remove access that you no longer need. Number 5, verify emergency calls independently. Hang up, call the person directly. Contact another relative. Use your family code word. Do not let manufactured panic make the decision for you. Number 6, ask questions when your local government introduces surveillance technology. Look, don't immediately assume that the technology is good or it's evil. Ask about purpose, access, retention, audits, accuracy, sharing, and accountability. Number 7, teach children that a private conversation recorded online may not remain private. See, once audio, video, or personal information is published, it can be copied, downloaded, altered, or used to train other systems. Number 8, update your device. Many security updates exist because someone discovered a weakness that criminals could exploit. Ignoring updates because they are inconvenient is like refusing to lock your door because turning the key takes long, way too long. And number 9, remember that technology should remain a tool, not an authority. Artificial intelligence can generate an answer that does not make the answer true. A camera can identify a license plate that does not make the owner guilty. A familiar voice can call the person by phone. That does not prove the person you love is actually speaking. And a company can provide a privacy policy. That does not mean the policy is fair. We need informed citizens, responsible companies, accountable government, and technology that's designed around human dignity, all of it together. My final remarks for you. I believe in innovation. I believe artificial intelligence can create extraordinary opportunities. I believe responsible surveillance technology can help police solve serious crimes and protect companies. I believe connected technology can make our lives safer, healthier, and more productive. But progress should not require surrendering every detail of our existence. We should not have to choose between safety and freedom. We should not have to choose between convenience and dignity. And we should not accept the argument that people who value privacy must have something to hide. You close the bathroom door. You put the password on financial accounts. You place personal documents in secure locations, not because you are doing something wrong, but because privacy is normal. It's part of human dignity. The future is coming whether you are prepared for it or not. So let's be prepared. Let's understand the technology. Let's demand transparency. Let's protect our families, and let's make sure that the tools designed to serve us, the people, never quietly become the system controlling us, the people. My name is Ali Midawi, and this has been another installment of What's New with ME. If you want more of these stories to be told to you, your business to be featured, or your message transformed into professional media content, visit themestudios.net. That's themestudios.net. And before you leave, tell me in the comments, do surveillance cameras make you feel safer, or do they make you feel watched? Make sure you like this episode, share it with someone who needs to establish a family emergency code word and subscribe for more conversations that go beyond the headlines. Until next time, stay informed, stay protected, stay human. And remember, if your refrigerator starts asking for your social security number, just unplug it. Good night, everybody.
Still marketing your business like it's the Yellow Pages era? Welcome to ME Studios, where local solopreneurs and small business owners catch up with the digital world and take over it. We help you go from invisible to undeniable. Featured on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Plus, gain press exposure in over 100 to 300 major media outlets like Fox, ABC, CBS, NBC, and the CW. Right here in Eatontown, New Jersey, just steps away from the soon-to-be Netflix studios, our multi-unit facility is built for creators, entrepreneurs, and visionaries. Stop marketing like it's 1995. Start building your digital authority today with a team that gets it.